Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Fast Electronic and Loud. Wanted to give you guys a real quick tutorial. This will work for your iPod or your iPad there. I wanted to give you a real quick tutorial on how to set that up. It's pretty self-explanatory on the instructions here, but on the very first screen here, I'll just start it over for us. You can see this is kind of welcoming in all the different languages. So I do speak English, and that is the actual language I'd like set up on my iPod. So just English is selected with the check mark here. You guys can see that there. So I'll go ahead and hit the blue arrow up top. Now next is country or region. I'm United States, and that's one's already selected. So let me go ahead and hit next. Now it's going to want me to choose a network. This is actually my network here, and let me go ahead and take a second to put my password in there, guys. And that is your password for your network, whatever that may be. Just go ahead and get connected. That way you can actually get this iPod activated and get to your iTunes account. So once you're connected there, you should have a check mark next to your network, whichever one you may be, and then the blue next will light up. So go ahead and click next. Now you can see here it says activating your iPod. It may take a few moments. Location services is the next one that comes up. Location services allows maps and other map apps to gather and use data indicating your approximate location. That's fine with me. I don't mind. Does actually, some apps do benefit from having that. So we'll go ahead and click next there. It says next step, set up iPod Touch. Choose to set up as a new iPod Touch or restore from a backup. This I want to actually set up as new. That's the first option selected. There is restore from iCloud and restore from iTunes. So if you had an other iPod that was already backed up with these other two, you could just do restore. I'm going to actually set this up as new, so I'll click next again in the top right corner. Next screen is Apple ID. It wants me to, your Apple ID is used to set up iCloud, App Store, iTunes Store, and more on your iPod Touch. So I'm going to go ahead and click this top one, sign in with Apple ID. Now for those that may be brand new and don't have an Apple ID yet, go ahead and click the bottom one, create a free Apple ID. I don't need to do that this time, so I'm going to go ahead and click in sign in with an Apple ID. So give me just a second here while I sign in with my credentials. And this will be your credentials that you've set up with iTunes already. And like I said, if you haven't, just follow the instructions there. If you have, just put in your Apple ID and your password. So I have done that. Now we'll go ahead and click next. It's actually signing in here. After the sign in screen, guys, the next screen that comes up is terms and conditions. You can go ahead and send that by email if you'd like to read that. They're all right there for you. I do agree to their terms and conditions, so I'll go ahead and click OK. Or agree, I mean. It says terms and conditions. I agree to the iOS, iCloud, and Game Center terms and conditions and the Apple privacy policy. Yes, I agree to that. So it now says it may take a few minutes to set up your Apple ID. So as you can see here, we're connected to Wi-Fi, current time, battery, set up iCloud is the next screen that comes up. As you know, or may not know, iCloud stores your photos, apps, contacts, calendars, and more, and wirelessly pushes them to your devices. So for me, I have an iPad, MacBook Pro. When I upload photos, they go, you know, from the iPad, the MacBook. They're always available in PhotoStream or even on my iPhone. So I do love that feature about it. So I will go ahead and use iCloud. That is the top option there. And I will click next. Now it says, do I want to use iCloud to back up your iPod Touch daily over Wi-Fi? Well, iCloud backup will automatically, when connected to power, and your Wi-Fi will just back up on its own when it needs to. So that is a nice feature. I've recently upgraded my iCloud storage to the, I believe it's the $40 a year for 25 gigs, so or 20 gigs. So I think the totals, I have 25 gig because Apple gives you 5 free. So I've bought 20 gig for $40 a year. So my total amount of storage is 25 gig. The reason is I have the iPhone, the iPad. And I do take a lot of photos, and I'm hesitant sometimes to move them from the device to, you know, maybe a hard drive. Sometimes I like them on the device, so it's a fail-safe for me. So you may not want to buy that, but I have. So I'm going to go ahead and back up to iCloud and click next. Now you can see here the little circle spinning. That means it's thinking here. And if you want to use the next option, Find My iPod Touch. If you misplace your iPod Touch, Find My iPod Touch can help you locate it on a map, play a sound, or display a message. I've used that before, so I will go ahead and actually use Find My iPod Touch. That way I could use maybe my iPhone or iPad if I were to lose this and see that on a map if it was powered up. So it's kind of a cool feature. So go ahead and click next on there. Messaging. Now people can contact you on all your devices via iMessage and FaceTime using your phone number or email addresses. Now I use my phone number, so I don't actually want that on here, so I'll just unclick that. By default all three of those are on, so that's my information. I mean, I guess if you guys wanted it that bad and called me, you know, that's great too. So I have voicemail and text messaging. You know, keep it professional, folks. We are adults here. So let's go ahead and click next there. And then the next feature after messaging here, once that's going, is Siri. Do I want to use Siri? And as you guys know, Siri is a pretty powerful tool. Apple says here, Siri helps you get things done just by asking. You can send a message, dictate a note, or even find a restaurant. So let's go ahead and use Siri. So we'll just touch Use Siri and click blue next again up in the top right corner. This is up to you. This is Diagnostics. This is data that goes to Apple. They say it'll help improve products and services by automatically sending daily diagnostic and usage data. Diagnostic data may include location information. So if you want to send that, automatically send or don't, that's up to you. My personal preference, I'm not being paid by Apple for that data, so until I do, I don't send it. If there's a problem, I may send it, but to be honest with you, if you guys want to give me a few bucks towards my iCloud storage or give me 5 extra gig you know, a year because I've chosen to send that, that'd be great. Until then, don't send is my option there. So, and I want to go ahead and register to this device with Apple ID, my current one, to stay up to date on product information and get faster access to support. By default, that's on. Let's go ahead and register that. So it's a registration. Click next. Now, as you can see, guys, if you followed all the steps we did here, thank you. Your iPod Touch is now set up. You're ready to start using the most advanced iOS ever, and that is very true. This thing is amazing. So if you look down here, it says start using iPod Touch. So let's go ahead and click that. And as you can see, guys, here is your brand new iPod Touch. And like I said, if you follow those instructions, that's just a real quick way to get your new iPod 32 gig or 64 gig. The 5th generation applies to other ones that have the newest iOS. That's the same activation sequence, but follow these steps, then you'll have your new device all activated. So like I said, this is the kind of tutorial on how to activate your new iPod. The instructions there from Apple on the device take you step by step, but sometimes people would like to see it before they go into it. So it's fast, electronic, and loud. This is Ryan Rigg, another Apple product. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe.